Joining me now to talk about the importance of Michelle Troconis in this case is crime profiler and forensics expert, Dr. Casey Jordan. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you to be here.
Now, Nancy, of course, is still with us as well. Now, we clearly have seen throughout the police reports that Michelle Troconis was in and around this. What do you think her role in this was, based on what she has said and what the police surveillance footage, all of this? What do you think her role has been?
Well, keep in mind that she's been described by Fotis' attorney as the lying lover. So we've always known that this is his girlfriend. This is the woman he lives with. The big question is, how much did she know? Did she just tamper with evidence, which is all that she's been charged with so far? Or was she an aider, abettor, a co-conspirator?
One of the things that we've seen, certainly in the divorce papers, and heard about the relationship and the dissolution of the marriage, is that he was a very controlling sort of person. And if you extend that on to his relationship with her, has the court of public opinion already come in and convicted her of being involved in this from the get-go?
You know, you raised an interesting question. If he was that controlling with Jennifer, is he that controlling with Michelle? But the problem is, Michelle has been lying from the outset, and she has not been playing the role of the girlfriend who is psychologically or emotionally abused. She lied for him from the outset. Those alibi scripts, she helped him write them out. She lied to police and said she was in the shower with him. She only, when she is confronted with the truth, does she retract and backpedal and say, okay, maybe I was mistaken.
As a profiler, do you believe that he is behaving as a husband whose mother of his children has gone missing? Is this clicking the way it should with you? Do you think he's telling the truth, or is he showing deceptive behavior?
Well, he's extremely smooth, extremely practiced, and we see that with a lot of narcissistic behavior. He recently did a very public nationwide interview, and in it, he doesn't say much, but if you watch when he answers those questions, and you know just the very basics about eye movement from people who are lying, that right-handed people, if they are being deceptive, will very often look to the right if they're making things up, and look to the left if they're recalling facts. When you watch his eye movement, I detected deception.
Nancy, what was your gut level when you're watching him speak in press conference or interview?
Very much like Dr. Casey just told us. Now, I'm not relying on him blinking or looking this way or that way, but I know one thing. They were not having a sexy shower with a loofah at the time Michelle Troconis said so.
I have spent a lot of my career in deception detection.
Yeah.
I do look at how he says what he says. And my take of him in every interview, press conference, or whatever, is that he's very constricted, which means he's really closed up and holding it in. And his cognitive load is very high. Yeah. It's like, and what I mean by that is, if I say to you, doctor, is there any reason somebody might have told me they saw you near the crime scene last night? If you weren't there, you don't have to think about it. Right. You just say no. But if you were there, you take a minute to run through in your mind, let's see, no. And you have to form a lot of cognitive operations before you can answer. And they asked him what he thought people would think of him. And he said very specifically, I know what I have done and what I have not done.
Right.
Now, that's an odd way to answer that question.